This is a ridiculously large cell. No. Yes. This is a ridiculously large cellar. Oh, these are the worms, huh? Oh, good. I love acid-spitting worm demons. My favorite. Ugh! Sneaky, sneaky. I don't know how I feel about this. There's worms coming out of the walls. How did Pepin survive this? This feels like something that would be very dangerous for him. As a human being who is not equipped properly to fight. I enjoy when I can just hold right click and let them come to me. It amuses me. I guess the idea is that the worms tunneled into this area and then tunneled into the house. That would be my guess. Alright, I can now see on the mini-map where... Ow, 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 stop it. Stop. Okay, I am surrounded. Okay. I am no longer surrounded. Hurrah. Yeah, so I can see on the map roughly where I think these worms will come out. See if I can spot another spot. Okay, settle down, game. You don't need to send this many worms after me. You can keep them coming one at a time. It's okay. Light belt. Okay, so I was wrong. I thought it looked like some of the walls were Maggot the Mad. Okay. I thought it looked like some of the walls were, oh, this is actually kind of dangerous. Let's try to spread the group out a little bit. Don't do that. Stop it. Stop. Stop spitting acid. Stop it. Is there a resistance to poison? That's actually a good question. No, there is not. Although we can level. We'll put some points into strength. Why not? Unless it counts as magic. It might count as magic. I'm not entirely sure. I could be wrong about that. But I don't think so. I don't know. All right, so did that complete the quest? No. There's still more. Ugh. I don't actually have a lot of HP for this. Okay. But yeah, as I was saying, I thought, like, you see this, like, lighter wall here? I thought maybe that denoted areas where the wall will crumble and spawn worms, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. So, I don't know what I'm talking about, basically. Shocker. I know. Who would have thought? I'm guessing we have to clear out all of the worms. Okay. What do we have over here? Absolutely nothing. Okay, what do we have over here? More worms? My goodness. There's definitely a few worms here. Yeah, I think that's part of what makes acid so dangerous, is that there's not really a answer to it. It's don't step in it, it's bad. That is the answer to it. Also, I didn't actually know that these worms spit acid. I don't know if that's a Belzebub change or unique to this quest, or if I'm just misremembering. I don't know. Alright, let's head off this way. Maybe I should just stop using the map. It makes it easier to see things instead of having lines plastered all over the screen. The map is good for navigation, though. So I don't know. It used to be back in the original game, you could zoom the map in far enough that, like, the walls would just straight up line up with the walls on the map, and you could use that as like just like an indicator of where things are, because sometimes it's kind of hard if you just like look at an area. It can be kind of hard sometimes to tell exactly what's accessible and what's not. This area isn't too bad, but some of them are, especially like the portcullises in the first part of the labyrinth. Some of them have like bars over them that you can't walk through, but you can shoot through. Others you can just walk through. And then there's also like these things here. It can sometimes be kind of hard to tell how and where you can get around them. But there we go. We've killed all of the worms. The worms have been dealt with. How do you feel about the death of the worms, Pepin?
Once again, you have saved this humble town from the encroaching evil. We are, as always, forever in your debt.
Indeed. Thank you for the free level. We'll put that into dexterity. Gillian.
Good day. How may
How do you feel about
the story
Valor?
of the magic armor called Valor is something I often heard the boys talk about. You would better ask one of the men.
She doesn't
in
have
the
any
village.
idea anything about Valor. What about the
Well,
magic
a
rock?
caravan of some very important people did stop here, but that was quite a while ago. They had strange accents and were starting on a long journey, as I recall. I don't see how you could hope to find anything that they would have been carrying.
Gillian, you are a wealth of information. Thank you. What about you, Word?
Over here. You intend to find the armor known as Valor? No one has ever figured out where Arcane stashed the stuff. And if my contacts couldn't find it, I seriously doubt you ever will either.
Okay, Edgelord. What do you have? Steel Bow of Magic. Okay. As always, Word is so useful for magic items.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and
So
listen.
the way Word works functionally is, it's a
Oh,
gamble
What can I
mechanic.
do for you?
You pay money to see an item, and I do like that increased armor class. I also like that +1 to all attributes. Also the 8% increase in getting magic items. But back to Word, since I have the memory of a potato, or the attention span of one at least. Sometimes he can have good items that are worth the cost. A lot of times he does not. I think I'm going to switch out my crown for the Storm Visor. The life gain from the Undead Crown is handy, but I think the extra... the extra hit points, I guess? Is that really all it is? That and magic resistance? Why did I think it was worth more armor? I guess the extra magic resistance is worth it. And then we have a Claymore. 5 to 15 damage. That actually might not be that terrible. If I had a good shield to go with it. The Hailstone Chain, though... I don't even use the mana. The fire resistance is nice, but I don't think it's necessary. I think we switch those out. Maybe we'll keep it. There may be a reason at some point in the future we may need some kind of resistance, just like all of the other resistance improving items in this friggin' stash. But it's
Whoa,
fine.
what can I do for
Whatever. Who cares? Oh, we also have to store the crown. We might as well. It's a unique item. I like the Horde unique items. Alright, Adria.
I sense a soul in. Should you find these stones of blood, use them carefully. The way is fraught with danger, and your only hope rests within yourself.
Yeah, I don't understand it. This does not seem like a very complicated quest chain. At least at the moment. Maybe it's because I'm the chosen one. Maybe if I wasn't the chosen one, I wouldn't be able to find it. Who knows? I forgot to buy healing potions while I was in town, so let's go do that real quick.
What ails you,
Hello,
my
Pepin.
friend?
All right, let's go. Geed.
Greetings.
Nah, I'm not risking it. But yeah, Geed also has a gamble mechanic, and the reason why they're both in the game is because of the mod. Geed isn't originally a part of this game. He's just extra. He's just an extra gamble, basically. All right, let's finish this up, shall we? Let's see what we can do. We'll take the Bloodstone, we'll insert it right into the Blood Pedestal, and fight a risen hero? That is not how I expected this to go. Ugh! I'm glad I got rid of that fire resistance. Alright, well, it's time to duel, I guess. Nah, it's me.
May the spirit of Arcane protect me.
Okay. Well, that was completely unexpected. I think in the base game there was just a whole bunch of those horned demons back here. But yeah, we got fancy ring mail now. It's pretty good. It's actually extremely good. The hit recovery alone, faster hit recovery, and it changes our appearance. Excellent, excellent, excellent. We've leveled up, metaphorically. All right, let's go kick some demon butt. Let's resolve them. I think there is a bunch of goatmen in the room up here. Let's go check them out, shall we? I think we're gonna play with the map turned off for a while. See what that looks like. Skin the Slasher. That's his name. That is certainly a thing. He pushed me out of the doorway. Oh, it's an amulet. Amulet and a couple books. Boy, I'm really glad I didn't go into this room. It would have been disastrous if that one skeleton with ice damage managed to freeze me up so that I couldn't actually attack those enemies quickly. It would have been a disaster. That one enemy was put there specifically for that reason. I mean, I don't actually think that's true. I'm pretty sure
I can't carry anymore.
everything is procedural, therefore it just happened to work out that way. All right, are we good? Saber.
Where would I put this?
Just shove it in there somewhere. It's okay. There we go. Problem solved. Yeah, that slow effect is nasty. I didn't think it was that bad at first, but now I do. Now I do. Skull cap. Nah. Full healing potion. We'll grab that. We're actually a little short on healing potions. All right, so let's head this way, shall we? Kill these barrels. Are in the way. Can't have that. That's illegal. Alright. Ow. I probably could have avoided that if I tried. But maybe I'm overestimating my ability. Who knows? Hey, there's the magic rock. I'm glad it's just kind of sitting here. Just kind of chilling. Okay, there's actually a lot of enemies here. Yeah, you see how they kind of hold back and like attack as a group? Well, I'm glad I mark another moment where I used a full heal and I was close to leveling. It's actually been a little while since I've done that, so that's been that bad. Okay, I guess it's on a pedestal.
This must be what Griswold wanted.
Indeed. He seems to be shooting as well as an archer. Yeah. There's like a mosquito in here. I know that doesn't actually affect you folks at all. But like I just see it flying past my face occasionally, and then I try to look for it and it disappears. So, maybe the mosquito is a demon sent to distract me. I don't know. But it is very distracting. I think it's a mosquito anyhow. It's some kind of small insect that is flying around my field of vision that I just catch sight of occasionally. Who knows? Maybe it's a fly. Maybe it's not zombies down here. Maybe it is actually me. Who knows? How do I get over there? Okay, there's a door right there. Okay. Let's head this way. Looks like maybe there's a... Oh. I forgot this was the path up to down. All right, well, let's go turn in this thing to Griswold so he can give me... I think it's a ring. I'm pretty sure it's a ring.
Let me see that.
Yeah.
Aye, it is as I believed. Give me a moment. Ah, here you are. I arranged pieces of the stone within a silver ring that my father left me. Ah, I hope it serves you well.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It looks like every other ring in my inventory. Great. You're not even going to tell me what it does? No?
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Too much. Too difficult. Gray Amulet of the Dark. Resist cold. And more decreased light radius. We're really going true horror game today. We're just gonna get rid of all the light radius. Oh, there we go. Empyrean Band. Plus 20% light radius absorbs half trap damage. That is actually pretty good. But is it worth losing that 10%, 11% chance to hit? I don't know. I do like the hit recovery, though. We've been getting stun locked a lot by the Butcher and King Leoric, and maybe it is a good idea to get that hit recovery bonuses. Still haven't found a better axe than this. Tin Ring, minus 9% hit chance. Okay, game. Hold on, wait. Frog's Ring of the Fox Ring. Excuse me? Oh. Okay, game. Alright. Apparently, this game just has lots of weird names.
Well, what can I do for you?
Lots of weird names for its magic items. But fair enough. I think I want to keep the order loop for now. I don't think I want to get rid of that. I'm concerned about losing the risk to hit there. But all of the rest of the stuff we can sell. Let's see, do you have anything actually worth anything? I don't think we're going to have anything better than Arcane's Valor at this point. It's just too good. Alright, we'll put the order loop up here. It's a pretty good item.
What ails you, my friend?
And we'll grab a couple of these guys. Yeah.
Greetings.
Deed. What do you have?
Greetings.
Silver Bow of the Sky. Huh. really high chance to hit, but nothing else.
Greetings.
Or I could gamble. Do I want to burn half of my money on this heavy belt? It requires level 11. 1 to 24 one-handed damage. Some of these actually have pretty high physical, but this requires 49 dexterity. You know what? We have so much money. Let's try to buy the heavy belt. It's for 450 gold. Of course. That's what I get for gambling, folks. Sometimes you get good items, a lot of times you just get trash. How do you feel about this, Tremaine?
All I can do now is pray for us all.
What a valued addition to the game you are. Thank you. All right. Let's head deeper, shall we? Did we explore everywhere over here? Yeah, we did. Okay. That large axe down there, it's magical. It might be better than the one we have. I've gotten weapon fatigue. I'm tired of grabbing items, hoping that they're better than the axe that I have, only for it to not be. It's depressing. Maybe someday we'll actually find a better weapon. All right. Come on out here, archers. They're not. They're not going to come out here. Man, that slowing effect is painful. Painful, painful, painful. The good news is these archers aren't really doing a lot of damage. They're just, the slow effect is actually extremely annoying. Oh, back off. Hello. There we go. All right, we're in. There's another archer up there. You know what? I don't have any more patience for these archers. No, that means you too. Get out of here. Small shield, cape. Do I have, like, a scroll of healing? No, I just have a... Okay, I did have a scroll of healing. I also have 6 scrolls of town portal. I guess I could probably cool it on the town portal scrolls. I heard a trap go off, and I don't know... Well, I mean, it would have gone through by now. The arrow would have passed this area by now.
I can't get there from here.
So we're probably good. Hello. Of course, there's more freaking ice archers. 34% cold resistance.
I can't get there from here.
I'm gonna invest in cold resistance. I'm tired of these guys. They're dumb. And you know the funny thing is, I'm going to invest in cold resistance, or I'm gonna try to find stuff with cold resistance, and then we're never gonna run into these guys again. Such is the beauty of playing the first Diablo. Yeah, I don't know. I may try to keep the map off as much as possible. It's significantly less cluttered without the map on the screen. I just also much more easily get lost. So I'll have to pull up the map frequently. Oh, there's a skeleton behind me. Get out of here. There we go. Scroll of Inferno. The game loves their Scrolls of Infernos, yeah? Alright, let's check out this library that I can't use. I do not know how I feel about the Barbarian. He is very powerful. We haven't died yet. Which I couldn't necessarily say the same thing if I was probably playing the Rogue or the Sorcerer. Couldn't tell you. You're way less squishy as other characters. Other than the Warrior and the Barbarian. But, I don't know. I don't like the fact that the Barbarian just doesn't interact with a large part of the game. Like, an entire mechanic of the game. It's weird. Which, I mean, I guess it makes for a very straightforward game. If you don't like to use magic, then the option is available if you just want to hack and slash your way through. And there are very powerful tools that the Barbarian has, such as the Cleave ability, which seems to be fair and balanced, I guess. That's a little bit of sarcasm. A little bit of sarcasm. Alright, I think there's one more corner of this area to explore, and then we'll be good to go down. I think there's something over here. Yeah. There's a door. Knock, knock. You got these little guys. Okay. That's right. You get out of there. Boy, I'd love to actually shoot the archer that's causing me problems.
I have no room.
Alright, we're good. We're good. Get out of here. Get out of here. You two, get out of here. Traps? More traps? No traps. That's too bad. Anything of value over there? No, nothing of value. Nothing of value was gained. Is it even worth picking up these small sums of gold? That is the next question. I have 10,000 gold. I have 20,000 gold. Also, my inventory is full. Stone Curse, 51 magic. What a fantasy world they live in if they think I'm going to be able to cast that. Alright, let's head back to the stairs. We're going to use a town portal spell to return to town. We're going to sell all of our things. And we'll do the usual. Maybe there'll be a new quest for us to pick up. There's a chest that I missed. 22 gold. Okay. Technically, it's a little bit of a waste of time to use the portal there when we have the catacombs path right there. But I'm impatient. We have plenty of gold. It's okay. We'll be fine. Kane, identify my
Hello,
things.
my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Give me a cool shield, please. These suck. What about you? 10% increased light radiance. I'm not sold. What about you? These are all bad. What is the point?
Oh, what can I do for you?
What is the point of collecting loot if it's all gonna be trash? Makes me sad. Pearl Shield. Plus 25% resist magic. Huh. What if... So here's the thing. As a barbarian, we swing axes faster. It seems. It says sword class. Sword class normal attack speed. Maybe it just depends on the weapon. Who knows? Plus 7 to all attributes? Is that worth it? Is it worth it to buy that sword and buy this shield? That's 25% magic resistance. It would give us more armor, more protection. We would do a little bit less damage. But our attributes would be improved across the board by 7. Why not? Let's try it. What's the worst that could happen? Slow attack speed? Psh, not a problem. We are going to keep the axe because I'm a hoarder. Shield is a good idea. I partially agree. I think the shield will definitely be useful when being attacked from range, because we will just block a third of the attacks. 33% block with the kite shield. It's not bad.
I sense
But
a soul in
there is
search of
definitely
answers.
something to be said about the extra damage of bringing the axe along. And I'm not entirely sold that the extra shielding is better. But if it stops us from getting absolutely ruined by one of those ice skeletons, then I am okay with that. Alright. Let's head down to level 6. So we've been streaming for 4 hours. I'm going to stand up and stretch my legs for a few minutes, and I will be right back. Alright, and I am back. It would have been a real funny moment if the Belzebub mod added some kind of like anti-AFK mechanic where they just like spawned enemies around you or teleported you somewhere dangerous if you went AFK, that would have been awkward. But 4 hours, we've done 5 floors. That's pretty good. Let's head down to floor 6. See what we can encounter. It feels a bit weird when I say that I'm playing this game for Halloween. Because it's not really like a traditional sense horror game. You're not getting jump scared by monsters. Oh my gosh, this is so freaking slow. You're not really getting jump scared by monsters. You're not getting eaten by a grue. I hate this. I actually hate this weapon. I don't know if I hate this weapon, but it doesn't feel as good as my axe, that's for sure. But I feel like it definitely has horror aspects. I'm going back to get my axe. That's this is not working. It's not for me. It's not working for me. But that also tends to be the kind of game that I tend to play. I don't really play like the spooky, jump scary,
what can I do for you?
horror games that you expect us to. That's just so good though. +7 to all attributes. It's a shame that it's so slow to swing. Unfortunate. But the first Diablo, the original Diablo, this Diablo, it's definitely a vibe. And I've played Diablo 2, and I just don't like Diablo 2 as much as the first Diablo. And I'll be completely honest, I haven't tried to play any of the other Diablos since. This is where the series ended for me. For better or worse. I guess we'll find out at the end of the game, yeah? But, yeah, like, not knowing what's going to happen around the corner. The vibes of the game, just like the horror aesthetic. Think about the room with the butcher in it. All the blood and bodies around it. There's definitely a horror vibe there. I don't know. Maybe the enemies here are just stronger. Maybe the sword wasn't the problem. Maybe I'm the problem. So this floor looks like it's going to have a lot of fire element enemies. Yeah, just kind of a shame. I was hoping to play Voices of the Void, but you know, this is okay too. This is kind of along the same idea as not a traditional horror game where you're being chased around by monsters. I mean, you're being chased around by monsters, but you get to fight back in this. Yeah. I don't know. The last couple of minutes have been a ramble where I don't really know where I'm going with it. Amelia753951, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. That game is great.
I can't get there from here.
How do I get there?
I can't get there from here.
No, I can't get there. Okay, I guess I'll go this way then. Knock, knock. Hello. No, come here. Also, I didn't... I just kind of casually... Fanatic horror captain? What the heck was that guy? He's dead now, but whatever. Anyway, I just kind of glossed over it, but the Go Men now have archers. In case you missed that. In case you're not watching the stream, but you're listening in, I'm sure there's a bunch of VOD lurkers or VOD watchers, or people who are just kind of listening to mythical book, huh? Well, that's not suspicious at all. Folks who may just be listening and not really paying attention to the stream, it's all good. I got you. There we go. Man, this bow is so good. I can't get over the bow, I'm sorry. Here I am, this angry barbarian man, and my primary weapon is a bow. Let's read the spooky vibe book, shall we?
Beyond the Hall of Heroes lies the Chamber of Bone. Eternal death awaits any who would seek to steal the treasures secured within this room. So speaks the Lord of Terror, and so it is written.
Well, how convenient. The Chamber of Bone is right here. I don't think we're gonna go there yet. I don't think we're going there yet. Did I just see a goat man? No, I saw a skeleton captain. What is that? A short staff of Holy Bolt. That would have been great to have. That would be great to have against the skeletons that we're going to be fighting soon. Okay. Knock, knock. Yeah, there's a very real chance if I don't use my map that I just get lost in here. I don't think it's likely. There's definitely a possibility for it. Like, compared to the last floor, this floor has just been, like, narrow corridors and rooms. And trying to kill me with traps. I'm just imagining this guy, like... Ooh, there's a bunch of enemies in there. I'm just imagining this guy, like... with a napkin in his back pocket that he just like pulls out and draws the layout of the map. Maybe he uses leather crafted from the flesh of his enemies. Who knows? That's a dead end. Okay, so we have to go the whole way around? Wild. Okay. Hello? Get out of here. There we go. Oh, right, we don't have our regen anymore. What is this? Maggot the Impaler. What are you doing locked in a room, Maggot the Impaler? Nice. We kind of stun locked him there. There we go. Okay. Looks like we can get it. Ow. Ow. That actually did a lot of damage. Or maybe we were already wounded. I don't remember. Alright, you brats. Get out of here. I should grab those full healing potions whenever I see them. I don't do a great job at grabbing them because I could just buy them for dirt cheap in town. But when I see a full healing potion on the ground, I should grab it, just so that I don't have to buy an extra one later. Let me just kind of plug this guy in right there. Okay, let's head this way, shall we? Another library? Oh boy, I can't wait for this. Hello. Scroll of Warp. Oh, if only we could use that and see what it did. Book of Flash. The books are worth money. The scrolls, not so much. At least they don't seem to be worth as much. Which would make sense. The scrolls are single use, while the books let you learn a spell. If you weren't a barbarian and could learn spells. There we go. Is there one more? No. I thought there was another archer back there. I was wrong. Let's not chase after that guy. You guys not gonna come out? Hello? No, you're just gonna stand there? Okay. Fine, we'll do it your way. Actually an annoying. Well, I used another full heal and then we leveled. I think that's the 4th or 5th time at this point. There's an XP bar down here. I don't pay attention to it.
Where would I put this?
The amount of time it would require for me to, like, look and see how close I am to leveling up, that could mean the difference between living and dying. And I'd rather just heal and deal with the consequences later. But it is kind of mildly infuriating when you heal and then you just get that notification about the level up. It's like, well, that sucks. Alright. Got some barrels up here. Nice. Got some barrels down here. Gotta, like, shift my chair a little bit because my microphone's in the way of that. That's okay. Okay, now I think there's more archers down here. That's not what I was going to say, though. What I was going to say is I think there's a waypoint that I saw close to the Chamber of Bone that will be able to go up to town and clear out our inventory before venturing into the unknown. I just pushed M. M mutes the game. That's good to know. That's a completely worthless hotkey. I want to listen to music. It's spooky. It's spooky ambience, and I like it. Yeah, where was that? Was that in here? Yeah, it's right there. I don't know why I thought this room was going to be full of enemies. don't know. For some reason, I was just like, yeah, this room's totally going to be full of enemies. It's not. There's nobody in here. All right, let's head back to town. You guys got any quests for me? No, we seem to be at a lack of quests right now.
Hello,
Kane,
my friend. Stay a while.
identify my
and listen.
crap, good sir. Okay, now tell me about the Chamber of
A
Bone.
book that speaks of a chamber of human bones? Well, a chamber of bone is mentioned in certain archaic writings that I studied in the libraries of the East. These tomes inferred that when the lords of the underworld desired to protect great treasures, they would create domains where those who died in the attempt to steal that treasure would be forever bound to defend it.
Yeah.
A twisted, but strangely fitting end.
And it just so happens that there's one underneath Tristram, of course.
Well, what can I do for? Ach, no, nothing in this place. But you may try asking Kane. He talks about many things.
Thank you, Griswold. You're so helpful. Buy my things. Yeah, that's not. We're not going to. I feel like I said this already, but I will say it again. We're not gonna find anything better than Arcade's Valor for a while. Club of the Mind, +5 to magic. -4 mana. Get that out of here. You know, the funny thing is, that literally has no value. That's great. A zesty fine cap? Okay. Pepin, what do you have to say about the human
What
bone
ails you, my
dungeon?
friend? This sounds like a very dangerous place. If you venture there, please take great care.
Oh, it sounds like a dangerous place. My goodness, Barnum, you're the only wise one in this
And a
area.
fellow
Tell
drinking
me about the
peace?
Chamber of Bone.
Okay, so listen. There's this Chamber of Wood, see? And
Yeah.
his wife, you know, her tells the truth.
Of course.
Because she got away. Then I says that might work against him, but if you think I'm gonna pay for this, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good job, Farnham. You're the hero of the story. Truly.
I sense a soul in search of you will become an eternal servant of the Dark Lords should you perish within this cursed domain. Enter the Chamber of Bone at your own peril.
You know, it's wild in this game how often you hear the same thing from different characters. It's like, yeah, no, you're right, but I already knew that. Do you have more
I sense
information
a
for me,
soul
or are you
in
just going to
search of
tell me the same
answers.
thing? I mean, sometimes you get interesting lore blurbs, though. That's the thing. Like, sometimes, yeah, they'll say something interesting, and other times they'll just be like, yeah, no, Kane's right. Listen to Kane. Honestly, this should just be delete all of the other NPCs, except for, like, Kane,
Good day.
Pepin,
How may I
and Griswold.
serve you? I'm afraid
And
that
Bart.
I haven't heard anything about that. Perhaps Kane the storyteller.
All right, yeah. Okay. Do you have any gossip for me?
Good day. My grandmother had a dream that you would come and talk to me. She has visions, you know, and can see into the future.
Impressive.
Psst, over here.
750 gold just to have a look. All right, what do you have worth? No, I'm not buying another scimitar. That is a trap.
Over here. A vast and mysterious treasure, you say? Maybe I could be interested in picking up a few things from you. Or better yet, don't you need some rare and expensive supplies to get you through this ordeal?
Yeah, it's not a business opportunity work, but thank you for your thoughts and opinions. All right, Pepin, I forgot to heal.
What ails you, my friend?
There we go. All right, we're off to the Chamber of Bone. I'm sure this won't be problematic. actually, there's more areas down here to explore. Maybe we don't go to the Chamber of Bone yet. I definitely could have avoided that if I tried. I'm hitting something, so I'm just gonna keep swinging until I stop hitting things. Anything else? Oh, there's definitely more in here. Nope. Nope. Black crawler. A lot of demons in here. Oh. Okay. Can we stop? Can we not do that anymore? I would appreciate it. So it looks like the fancy skeletons that were in there were the ones that exploded like that. That was a little bit terrifying. Are there more? Yes. Blood gutter. Okay. I don't want to fight all of them at once. It's dangerous. Come on. I mean, I can keep right-clicking all day. We got this. Our goal will be legendary. Stop backing off. Come here. Thank you. Maybe this will finally be the axis better than the one I have. Unlikely, though. Man, I cannot hit this guy. There we go. I think the enemies are just getting tougher. I think this is a situation where the enemies are starting to get tougher. I did warn that that was going to happen. Which I'm kind of glad to see it, because the first few floors were fairly easy. Full healing potion, don't mind if I do. Skull cap, lots of barrels, lots of chests, fancy items.
Where would I put this?
I don't know. Where do you want to put it? Drop the buckler, drop the skull cap. There we go. Did I see a little healing potion? Yeah, right there. We'll take that just to, like, nibble on it a little bit. That way we're not walking around wounded. Although, I guess we're not far off from going back to town, so probably unnecessary. Okay, I think we have this section over here to explore, and that should be about it for this floor. Actually, is it about it for this floor? I don't think we've found the way down yet, have we? Maybe we have. I may just be misremembering. Or maybe we have to go through the Chamber of Bone. There's a way to do this. No, we haven't found the way down yet. Okay. Good to know, I guess. Hello. These guys are struggling a little bit to deal with me. That's okay. Town portal, Inferno. Alright, we'll grab this town portal scroll. Book of Frost Shard. I mean, I could sell it. Starting to get to the point where the value of some of these books is dwindling, though. Closed door. A lot of these goat men. There we go. Ooh. That was kind of low on HP there. It's a little scary. I was focusing so hard on firing my bow that I didn't pay attention to my HP. Short bow. Unlikely that that would be better than the bow that I have. Another short bow. Same thing. Unlikely that it'd be better than the one that I got. Alright, so we go back. You know the drill. You know the drill at this point. We go back, we sell our things, we get scanned by Wirt, and then we come back, and I think we'll do the Chamber of Bone. Maybe.
Hello,
Kane.
my friend.
Identify my things.
Stay a while and listen.
Entropy clasp. What do we got going on here? Axe of Nirvana, not better than my current axe. Corpse Song. 20% resist magic. Fast attack speed. Spirit Thirst. We basically hit constantly. And we have an increased chance of knockback. Still think the axe is just better. I just think we got a really good axe very early on.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
It's gonna be a little bit of a struggle to find a better one until probably later. +5 to magic, resist all. that's probably better. The +1 to all attributes and +5 dexterity is nice, but I don't think it's necessary. Robe, red armor of the ox is a robe. Red armor of ox robe. Nice. Okay, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Let's see. Do we have anything worth anything? Azura's sword. Deadly Sword of Radiance. 2 to 8 damage, very fast attack speed. Okay, let's go sell our books. Hello, Adria. How are you doing?
I sense a soul in search of answers.
Boy, I wish you sold healing potions so I didn't have to go to Pepin. Oh well. It's fine. Did I talk to her about the Chamber of Bone? I mean, she's probably not going to have anything particular to say.
You will become an...
Yeah, I talked to her. Okay, fair enough. All right, so we talked to
What ails you, my friend?
everybody. We got our heals from Pepin. What's this? Vitality for 10 minutes? Not for 5,000. Let's get scanned by work. It's the next thing on our list.
Over here.
750 just to have a look. Let's see. Nope. It sucks. It's terrible. I fed this guy so much money and he hasn't given me anything of value. Honestly, I have nobody to blame but myself. I knew this was going to happen. Alright, let's deal with this Chamber of Bone, shall we? Chamber of Bone, Chamber of Bone, Chamber of Bone. There's gonna be lots of skeletons, lots of skeleton archers. And they're all going to be ice elephants, apparently. Oh, we also have Unseen? Okay. I feel like this is one of the missed out opportunities for the game. Because they could have actually skinned this area to look like the chamber was made of human bone. But they didn't, and that makes me sad. That is terrifying. I hate everything about these things. They're very squishy. But I know if they charge you, they do a lot of damage. If they actually manage to hit you with their charge. Which they can charge you from off the screen. Which is the dangerous part of them. Well, ouch. That hurts. Actually, it didn't do that much damage. Maybe I'm used to playing more squishy classes. Maybe. Or maybe they'll do more damage later. It's also a very real possibility. I know there's another one of these guys around here somewhere. There he is. That opened up something over here. More friends. Nice. I was going to say, is there any more unseen in here? But apparently there's a skeleton still. Oof. There's a lot of loot. I'm not going to be able to grab all this stuff. My inventory is already full. It may be about time that we put a moratorium on magic items. Maybe we start them. You know, it's funny. I was talking about how this game doesn't have jump scares earlier. But sometimes it can feel like these more demons. Yeah, it may be about time that we stop collecting magic items unless they're like yellow, aka really good. That seems silly though, because my axe isn't yellow. Like, I can still find good normal magic items. It's just unlikely.
I can't get there from here.
I think you can. I think you're just being a quitter. Alright, what's going on over here? There's like 8 million skeletons, you know, as you do. There we go. This might actually work a little bit better with Cleave. Because Cleave seems to hit an area ahead of me.
I can't carry anymore.
Maybe this is still fine. Is there another...
I can't get there from here.
Is there another big chest in here full of stuff? There is. Spiked club, cape, rags. I cannot imagine that the rags are actually going to be worth something. I know there is a unique rag item in the game, but they would show up as yellow, so... This definitely didn't show up as yellow. Man, there's so many skeletons. That's the true horror of the game mode. You know, the funny thing is I want to actually step into the doorway. The game's just straight up not giving me that chance. Here, let's back up. We have to back up farther. Let's take another step. Come on, guys. There we go. have this cleave ability, I'm going to use it. I just killed one of the unseen guys over there. That's kind of cool. We've already almost killed 100 of these skeletons. We came into this area with 0 full death captain kills. See, if I was a wizard, I could just magic up a solution. Alright. Oh, there's one more. See, these are rare. Ooh. But here's the thing. As rare as they are, I can't use staves. So, like, why would I? None of this is actually worth anything. The hunter's bow might be, but probably not. By the way, I know there was unseen, a demon that disappeared behind me. I'm just... Oh, there it is. I was about to say, I'm just kind of surprised he hasn't attacked me yet, but there he is. Fair enough. Okay, let's keep going. If I wasn't streaming this, I would absolutely probably go through and just, like, pick up every single piece of loot. Actually, running away from these guys is a bad idea. I don't want to give them a chance to charge again. Wormlos the Impaler. That's a name. Let's improve our dexterity. Book. Alright, arcane knowledge gained. The Guardian spell. We can cast a spell, guys. We know a spell. It costs 50 mana. It costs 50 mana to cast this spell. Impressive. That's it. That's all we got out of this. A bunch of random loot that's not really worth much of anything, and a magic spell that we will never be able to cast. Beautiful. I feel like this game wasn't really made for the barbarian. The game likes to give us goodies, like magic goodies that we can do with spells, and staves and books that we can at least cast a little bit of spells, but the barbarian can't do that. It's illegal. Fanatic? Ooh. Fire Clan Fanatic. What are you going to do? Yes, answer to my question is die quickly. Fair enough. Ring mail. I think... No. Yes, kind of. I think ring mail is like of the same tier as Arcane's Valor. But Arcane's Valor will probably almost always be better just because it's an artifact. Of course, as we've learned with the Butcher's Axe, being an artifact doesn't necessarily mean it's better. Although the game still does say that the Butcher's Axe has more DPS than the axe that we're currently using. I'm just not sold on it. Especially, like, the durability is no bueno. So the exit is literally 2 steps away from the entrance. Literally the last place that we left. Okay. Sure, why not? Alright, down to level 7. Yeah, I think we go down to level 7. Let's go. Just that brief moment of not really knowing what to expect when you descend to the next floor. So, from my understanding of the game, each level will have, like, a different group of enemies. Not necessarily a different group of enemies, but it'll have like a select group of enemies that it can choose from. And those enemies will not change except for certain circumstances. So once you see like all the different enemy types, you'll probably run into most of them about at most halfway through the floor. You'll probably run into all of the enemies you're going to encounter on that floor. You're probably going to have a pretty good idea of what enemies you're going to be dealing with at that time. With some exceptions. On the 4th floor of the cathedral, we were fighting those fat overlord demons. Those were there specifically for a quest. It doesn't necessarily follow the same rules. Boy, this is just like an isolated room area, isn't it? Interesting. Neat. So where do we want to go? What looks the most interesting? This looks scary. This big, wide open room. Let's head this way. Hello? More skeletons and a mudman. Speaking of overlords. I probably didn't have to use that full heal. There we go. And gargoyles. Interesting. A book of telekinesis. Thank you, game. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're still giving me books. They're so generous. The game is so generous. All the books they're giving me. There is a lot of books they've been giving me, too. Man, if I was a wizard, I'd be eating good. But I'm not a wizard. Literally the exact opposite of a wizard. Warriors do not read books. Hello, gargoyles, and my men. That gargoyle is almost healing faster than I'm dealing damage to it. Yeah, so that's the behavior of the gargoyles, is if you do enough damage to them, much like the imps in the first floor, they will back away and try to turn back into stone, where they will heal very quickly. Which is then where we get this little situation here. Which is fine. There we go. Crisis averted. Or something. Was it really a crisis to begin with? Not really. Knock knock? Ooh, there's a lot of enemies. I'm scared to get below half health. Be glad you don't have stamina to deal with. I feel like I should probably have stamina to deal with. Because I'm just spamming out this this cleave attack here. And it's doing a lot for me. It's helping me clear the rooms. Hello, Mongo. How's it going today? He's already dead. He's long... That individual has long departed this world. Garbad the Weak. You vile monster. He attacked me. It's fine. It'll grow back. How could you? There we go. Ooh.
I have no room.
What do you mean I have no... Yeah, no, I guess that does make sense. There we go. Let's grab this hunter's bow. My inventory is very full. There we go. Ooh, Book of the Blind. My goodness. What do you have to say to me, Book of the Blind? How could we possibly read this book that only blind people can read?
I can see what you see not. Vision milky, then eyes rot. When you turn, they will be gone, whispering their hidden song. Then you see what cannot be. Shadows move where light should be. Out of darkness, out of mind, cast down into the halls of the blind.
Look, it's fine. We all have to jam a magic crystal into our foreheads eventually. It's just the way of things. Hi. Are there any more of you guys? I have an axe with your name on it. Hello. Just blindly swing my axe around, it'll be fine. Anyone else? Knock knock? did one get out? Maybe he didn't get out. Maybe he was already out. It's too dang slow. It's fine. I know. You have the attention span of non-existence. It's okay. You're allowed to be wrong in your opinion, Mongo.
I can't get there from here.
Days shift. Gimme, gimme. Why would I be sprinting? What do you think this is? A WoW raid? If you sprint in this game, you die. Why? Because Diablo 1 is dangerous. Isn't that right, Tremaine?
All I can do now is pray for us all.
Of course. See, Tremaine agrees with me. Tremaine is the man. Don't mess with Tremaine.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while.
All right, let's identify our crap. Let's see. Deadly Bow of the Pit. Yeah, no. Soul Goad, Empyrean Goad. I feel like we've gotten these exact same staves before. Optic Amulet. 20% light radius, -1 damage, resist lightning, +5 to magic. I mean, the magic resistance. No, I don't actually like this at all. You know why? Because cold resistance. That's why. I like cold resistance. I don't like being cold. Two to 8. Knockback on a bow? I do like the idea of knockback on a bow. I don't know if that's better than Blood Flight. %4% enhanced damage. 2 to 8 instead of 2 to 6. And that sash is not better. This equipment is awful. There's an argument for the bow. All that magic and cold resistance, we're gonna need it. So here's the thing. Like, when we go fight enemies with magic attacks or spells, we're probably going to be fighting them with a bow. So, like, being able to augment my magic resistance and cold resistance, it's tempting. It's tempting. I'm gonna hold on to this bow, though, just to be safe. And everything else can be sold, and we'll put the optic amulet in our private stash with all of our other goodies. There we go.
Well, what can I do for you?
Sadly, I missed out on the opportunity to talk to these people about the eye place, whatever it was called, whatever that quest was called with the book that I just completed. But that's okay. Hello, Adria.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
Take these staves. They may look familiar because I'm pretty sure I sold the exact same staves to you earlier. It's okay.
What ails you, my friend?
Town portal, identify. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Farnham, do you have anything to say?
Kind of fellow Kane isn't what he says he is. Sure. He talks a good story. Some of them are real scary or funny. But I think he...
You're a font of wisdom, Farnham. Let's go.